All right, day 4 here on Beetle Trek, and man, these bugs will not quit. Holy buckets. Pretty uneventful night. Got the most sleep I've gotten so far, like 6-7 hours. Super happy with that. It's pretty quiet, even though there's a road out there and cows that move every once in a while, but overall pretty darn good. Did have an incident with the car this morning. I'll record that in just a little bit, but time for takedown. Each day this feels like Squid Game, and nobody's dropping me a lighter to help figure this out. But hopefully today's easier. I like my chances. She's done, but gosh, there's got to be an easier way. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up, then we'll take a look at the beetle stuff. I probably wasn't in frame. So one of the things I've been dealing with has been this left front speaker up here in the dash is not actually working. It's heavily distorted. I think I might actually have reversed the speaker plug on it, if that's possible. So I'm going to pull it out and see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, I'm probably just going to unconnect it, because as of this point I've been running only rear speakers, and I think we can actually roll with the top down today. So I think there's a priority. If I remember right, the only thing we'll need for this is going to be a T20 Torx. Turns out, can't reverse it. It's just not working well. All right, a little bit of the old good news, bad news sort of scenario. So good news, you can't actually plug that in wrong, but I was putting it on my air. Bad news, it's actually the door panel left front speaker that's bad. Definitely sounds blown out. And one other thing happened too, I'll show you that. So this morning I went to go and put some stuff in the glove box, and yep, that's right. So current status check, we are down one turn signal, we are down one speaker, and we also have a broken glove box. And we are top down on the highway rolling in South Dakota. Whoa, all right, so we're only 1,724 miles down. We were 1,688 on check-in last night. Haven't made it very far, obviously. Let me tell you, 80 miles an hour top down is brutal, especially with all the winds. I think because of how flat all the land is. You can't really see it too well from here, but, well, actually, maybe this way. Super, super flat. The wind is just incredibly strong. I'm putting that top up. As much as it is a beautiful day, 68 degrees, would love to have this top down. I just don't want to get beat up like that. So we're going to put that back up. Might as well top off on fuel and quick get turning, hopefully, and make it to our first stop. All right, top's up, fueled up, washed off the windshield here. So hopefully the elapsed time cam of the dash is a little bit more clear for you guys. Did pick up something I thought was pretty cool. We got some Dimmick cheese, dill garlic cheese. They're like cheese curds. They look really, really, really good. We got an energy drink that's apparently Swedish fish flavored. We'll see how that turns out. But anyway, back on the road. One of the things that's interesting about South Dakota is it might just be the tourist trap capital of the world. One of the things that you might be able to spot is fire trucks along the right-hand side of the road, and that's for a place called Firehouse Brewing Company. We didn't stop there. We stopped at a much more well-known tourist trap along the way here in South Dakota. Well, hopefully you guys caught some of that drive in. It was absolutely gorgeous. Some really cool like mountain type stuff there, Badlands area. But here we are, Wall Drug. Ever since I saw this on Road Rules, and I guess it was like the 90s, I've always kind of wanted to be here, so I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. Sure is a little bit of everything here. Tons of stuff just in the gift shop area here. Shirts, hats, got some stickers and stuff to take back home. I mean, if you want dragons, sure, got that. Got bucks over here behind me. And this is just like literally just the gift shop area in here. Like, once I pay for this, I'll step out and show you some of the rest of this. It is, holy cow, a lot.
Things could have been.
So, check this out.
Those things could have been that we saw in the field. That you
$230, you can get your own head mount jackalope. For me, I always just remember that being America's Funniest People, Dave Coulier. Oh, the jackalope! Fast as fast can be, nobody can catch me. That's what I remember from a jackalope. But yeah, like, the main entrance, I guess, is the main entrance. Seems like it. Opens up to a bunch of different shops. You got boots, moccasins, books, Western, and periodicals. Big Bull harness shop. Sure, why not? All sorts of stuff. You could probably spend, I don't know, 3-4 hours looking through and not see everything. That's the way I feel about it. I'm not spending that. Gotta hit my next spot, but wow. There's a whole lot. There's the old apothecary shop. It says drugs. Don't do those, kids. They're bad for you. Unless, of course, like, you know, you need them or they're good for you. I don't know. Anyway, but on to my next spot. So now we are on to our next South Dakota location here, and this one's a big one. This isn't a tourist trap.
It is one of those things that you just have to see in your lifetime. Super, super jazzed that we got to go here, and I think you're going to be pretty excited when you see it as well.
Just keep on making these stops today because we have another one after this one, but this one is absolutely epic. That's right, Mount Rushmore. So cool. It's absolutely incredible. Crystal clear day out. Couldn't ask for a nicer day. Beautiful, like 70s, and clear. You can see everything. And gonna get you guys closer and let you guys check it out with me.
So I wanted to give you a couple of different views just so maybe you can understand and see the scope of how big and impressive Mount Rushmore is. These are full-grown trees that you see there, and there's a little amphitheater area down at the bottom with the American flag waving. It was truly majestic. Just driving up towards Mount Rushmore, you can kind of get a couple of peeks at it before you get up to the site where you'd have to pay to park, but it's absolutely worth it. It was an incredible, incredible experience. It was so beautiful with the clouds in the background, just an absolute clear, sunny day, and one of the highlights of this entire trip was definitely seeing this one.
Really amazing. So happy to be able to share this with everybody. This is one of those ones where it's extra special. Like, first time you see the Grand Canyon, that's extra special. So is this. It looks absolutely incredible, absolutely worth the trip and the drive. We are just about 2,000 miles into the trip. I think we're about 3 or 4 shy of 2,000. Gonna go and hit our last spot for the day and then head into camp and try to check one more state off of that list. Quick little taste of home. Pennsylvania state flag. Number 2 on your program, number 1 in your heart.
On to our last sightseeing stop for the day. One of the things that's interesting is there's a lot of motorcycles and quads and different off-road vehicles that you might encounter around this area. We are not too far from Sturgis, which is obviously famous for its large motorcycle rally.
All right, last stop of the day as far as seeing stuff on Beetle Trek day 4. And we are in Deadwood, South Dakota. Another cool place, great HBO series. Highly recommended if you've never seen it. And we're gonna go check out historic Main Street. So, Deadwood, South Dakota, historic Main Street. And I don't know, right now feeling like it's a bit of a bust. Not really seeing anything all that interesting, cool, or old, but we made the stop. So Deadwood, definitely probably one of my favorite TV series of all time. Cool area, a lot of history. I just need to find that history. Not finding it yet. We're gonna keep looking for a little bit. If not, we'll be moving on. So I might have went the wrong direction on Main Street. Looks like a little bit more stuff going on down on this end. We got a Outlaw Square, because outlaws, and neat little mining thing right over here. Don't think they're panning for any gold today. Ooh, oh, look at that, the bar across the street. It's called Hickox, for like Wild Bill Hickok. Nice, some good history stuff. We're gonna keep looking. So if you're looking for gambling, this is apparently your place. We got a casino behind me, across the street from me. They are all over. Plenty of places to put your money into one-armed bandits and whatnot. And souvenirs, trading posts. And of course an Orange Julius, because, nothing says authentic South Dakota Deadwood like an Orange Julius. All right, check this one off in the bin of I can say I was here. I've seen enough. I don't need any more gambling spots or souvenir stands, or Orange Julius's for that matter. Back to the car and then heading to our spot where we're going to camp for the night. As I'm walking back, I'm sure there's going to be a few of you that are like, yeah, but there's like grave sites to see. Well, that isn't my idea of a good time. And secondly, I don't know, this place feels like it was gutted to become casinos. Like the soul got sucked out of it when it got gutted. But if I got it wrong, and you love Deadwood and there's some place that I missed, by all means, let me know. Put it down in the comments. I'd like to be wrong on this one, but I'm not feeling it.
So being in South Dakota, I contacted my friend Brent Batterman, who I consider to be a South Dakota expert, well, because he's from South Dakota originally. Anyway, and he said that I had to check out Deadwood while I was in this area. So Brent, I hope you're watching, and I hope you're okay with my take on Deadwood, but yeah, I don't think it quite lived up to the hype that you gave it.
All right, here we are. We are checking off our state for the day. We are in Wyoming. All right. Car's not quite as quiet as it could be. It's never really all that quiet, but we got a window malfunction. That is all she does, and that's no bueno. So I'm gonna have to take a look at that probably the next rest stop. Just take a look at it, see if it's maybe just a simple open and shut the door. This convertibles actually go and roll down and up the window, maybe close and shut the door. But I'm having a feeling I need to do a bit more. See, not going up all the way. All right, see you guys at the rest stop.
It's just a few seconds until we get to that rest stop, so here we are.
All right, Wyoming is giving us a welcome, and hopefully with that welcome there's good news, not bad news, or just news. All right, first we're just gonna try to double lock it. We did. Now let's see if we unlock it. That's not a good sign because usually it rolls down this much. Well, I'll be darned. Open and close the door. Apparently, just like everything else on this car, intermittent, it will work. Speaking of intermittent, the left front turn signal, not working. Worked a while, stopped working, had it back apart, worked again, doesn't work again. We have had airbag light come on and off a bunch of times. And there was also traction control that was off and on. So just intermittent. All right, well, back on the road.
So now we finish up that last little bit of driving for the day just to get out to our final destination, the place where we can finally put up the tent and get comfy for the night. None other than Devil's Tower. This is another breathtaking view that you can actually see the tower long before you get there in the distance, even with how quickly this video is moving.
Day 4 complete. Time for setup. Maybe you can see what's over my shoulder there, but we are staying right here by Devil's Tower, right in a KOA campground. Super excited about it. The view is absolutely gorgeous, and I figured I'd set up here, set the camera up there, so you can take a look at that while I'm setting up. %1 chance of any amount of precipitation, or 1% chance of any amount of rain tonight. I'm not going to put on the rain fly or the underneath tarp. Less stuff to pack tomorrow. And as we know, I have fun putting this away all on its own. So, perfect positioning. Doors out this way, and I got the open window facing the tower, so I'll have a great view from inside of the tent as well. So, time to stake it down, and that'll wrap. I think you got to check out this red rock hill, clay, whatever it is behind us here. So let's check that out real quick before we sign off. Absolutely incredible views. So excited. I think today was definitely the best day so far on this trip. So really, really excited about it. Can't wait till you see this one. hopefully tomorrow's just as good, and if everything works out, it will be. So as always, stay classy, San Diego.